That no! Think we're live. Samaj is going to check his computer. He's just framing us.
There we go. I think we're good.
It's a beautiful day for a new moon little ritual. Welcome.
Awesome.
Let us know if you're joining us. Let us know where you're joining us from. We've got Zola. She's joining us today. She's going to be here for a while. We're going to do a meditation today. We're going to pull a card and we're going to talk about the phase of the new moon. So that's all coming up. I'm going to let Samaj do a little bit of a sound check. You'll see that I'm just sitting today. Mr. Samaj, can I have the phone please so that I can...
On the side there.
We're playing with once he gets his headset on and everything, we'll know how the music's doing. And you can always let us know as well. And hopefully you can hear me because I've not got my headset on, because we can't do that live. But as I was saying, you'll see that I'm just sitting here. I'm sitting on a stool. I'm going to have, when we do our meditation, my feet are going to be on the ground. And this is just to show you that you don't have to be, you don't even have to be all dressed in white. You can be just as you are to come to this meditation. And the meditation we're going to do today is Kirtan Kriya. And Yogi Bhajan said, if we only do one Kriya, this is the one. And I just remembered, I've got some cards I'm missing. Samaj, you can hear me?
No, I
Could you just come and hold the fort while I run inside and grab my note
can't
cards?
hear you on here. Which cards do you need?
I'll have to go grab them.
Okay. Hold on.
So,
Just one sec.
this is the beauty of doing live, right? Gosh, what a gorgeous day. Can you believe it's almost the end of the year? Look at it. We've got sunshine right up here. You can hear me?
No,
You can't hear me.
I don't hear any sound, but it doesn't.
Can you let us know in the chat if you're listening? Can you hear us? Can you hear the music? And I'm going to go and get that note card.
Okay, go for it.
I think you said you couldn't hear us last time.
Sunny Florida.
Can they hear us?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Ta-da! I'm back. A couple of quotes that I wanted. Can you ask them how the music is? Does it need turning down? Do you want it off? Kamari and Manvir, by the way, the music down in the description below. I just love Kamari and Manvir. So yeah. New moon, new moon, new moon. It's a great time. I'm going to turn the music down actually. Okay. I was doing some reading through my notes and I found a couple of quotes about new moon that I really resonated with me that I wanted to share with you. Because this is one of the best ways to start getting into cycles. Like we tend to, as human beings in the West, tend to think of our cycles as being Monday to Sunday. We've got our work week, we've got our time off, and we've got our vacations, and pretty much each week looks like the next. But in nature, that's not how it looks. You know, right now, yes, we've got sunshine, but our trees have no leaves. There's no fruit in the orchard because it's that time of year, right? We don't do that with our own cycles. And so one of the ways that we can start tapping into it, whilst also doing our human cycle of, you know, the weekly gig, is to start tapping into the new moon and the full moon. And so we are going to be doing more of this in next year. And we'll be doing that on Patreon, so you'll be able to catch it live here. If you catch it live here, that's great on YouTube. And then the archives are going to go onto Patreon as one of our gifts. And we'll talk about that later. So let's go to talk about the new moon. That it, you know, it's the dark phase of the moon, right? So if you go outside, woo! The smoke's just going right at me. Whew. Oops, that way. And I'm blocking the fire now. No, I'm not. So it's a really good time to release, right? It's a time to surrender, and to surrender as a courageous act. So we often think of surrendering as being weak, when actually surrendering is increasingly strong, right? And this is a good time to let go of our ways of thinking, right? So it's not just habits, physical habits, but also our emotional habits, our habits around how we feel about things and how we deal with things, which is how everything starts, right? But it is also a great time to start new habits, and we've got Get Your Happy Back winter solstice season practice session starts on Thursday, and you might think, oh my God, it's the holidays, it's a terrible time to make change. It's an amazing time to make change, because after the holidays comes the blues, so you might as well get some momentum through the end of the year. It's not too late. It's a great time to let go of the shame and fear. How much shame and fear are you feeling? We're going through something right now, and it's really challenging, I've got to say. In many ways, it's perhaps my biggest challenge, I think. What I've noticed is, not only am I dealing with this challenge, but there's an awful lot of shame. I mean, there is a hell of a lot of shame around what we're going through. And that is just, now I'm going to move back. Gosh. That's just a complete waste of our beautiful energy. So this is a really good time to let go of it. And when we surrender it, we don't let it all go, and it doesn't all just disappear like magic. But each time we do it, we flex those muscles of letting go, of surrendering, and realizing that within surrender, there is deep, thank you, mat for my feet, deep strength, right? Deep strength in surrender. So let today be a day of surrender. And think of surrender as like the fire, that it's the fire is the transformation. So it's the vehicle that when we put our logs to burn, when we surrender them, they get transformed from wood to ashes and smoke and fire and heat, right? So that's what's happening when we're surrendering. And at this time, the full moon is more about activity, and the new moon is more about introspection. So you think about it, at the full moon, we can come and frolic out in the orchard, right? Without any lights or anything because it's lit up. In the new moon, the dark phase, we can't see very much. Well, that's because we're meant to be looking inside, right? That's one of the things we're meant to be doing. And now it's also coming up to winter. And that's another, for those of us in this hemisphere, that's another phase for us to go inside. So I think this is going to be a lovely meditation to start with. Just keep adjusting away from the smoke.
Okay?
I will just keep adjusting. So these were a couple of quotes I found in my journal from a horoscope in 2015. And let me turn down that music again. Okay. Where is the phone? Can I just... Thanks. It's okay. Thank you. I feel like...
the wind just keeps shifting.
Who is it? Not Cinderella. Goldilocks. I'm having a bit of a Goldilocks moment. This one's... Gosh.
This one's too smoky.
Too smoky.
This
okay.
one's too...
So I hope you can you go and check that they can still hear us?
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting further back.
I think they can.
Can you let Samaj know if this is clear enough? So here's the quote. To let go is to surrender. Surrendering is not giving up, but rather the most courageous act we can do. The mind wants to hold on to thoughts and emotions, and the ego wants to carry the burden of pain and resentment. Bloody hell. During the full moon, the ego is at its strongest, and the energy is all about me. With the new moon, however, we are empowered by moon to see ourselves as a part of the whole, to bow down to the universe, the highest good, to let go of what no longer serves us, and to give our troubles to God, or whatever that power is. When we release the old ways, we create space for new life. And isn't that the thing? We can't create something new unless we create space for it to come into. Imagine if it was your house, you know, and you want to bring in, you've got a bookshelf and it's full, but you've got new books that you want to bring in, and they can only go in the bookshelf. Well, the only way you're going to be able to put the new books in is to take some out and get rid of them and put the new ones in. So the same with all of our habits and tendencies. We have to make room, we have to let go, we have to surrender, and we have to make space in order for the new to come in. It went on to say that this is a time to live courageously and love unconditionally, and to be our most authentic self. To trust that your presence alone makes a difference in every situation. Trust that your presence alone makes a difference in every situation. Appreciate your relationship and honor the interconnectedness of all life. We are a living, breathing web. I love that, right? So we think about the internet and we think about this information that we can get a hold of, but we too, as humans, wired to interconnect with everything that is going on, that we are the original interwebs, right? Feel the love that is surrounding you and open your heart to receive the love from others and from the universe. Your love, courage, and strength, along with your gifts, smile, and heart song, is unique to this world and oh so beautiful. Give your love away to receive more love and be the endless well of love and light that you are. The endless well of love and light that you are. Don't you want to be that endless well of love and light that you are, that you know is inside of you? Because here's the thing, everything we're trying to achieve is not outside of us. It's all inside. And a lot of it is just covered up. And we just haven't either found it yet, or cleaned it off, or kept it clean. And so we got to find it, we got to clean it off, and then we got to keep it clean. Practice, practice, practice. That's what it comes down to. And so with that, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go into our meditation first. Okay. We're going to go into our meditation first, and then we're going to pull a card, and then we'll be able to say bye-bye. So are you ready for your meditation? So we're going to do Kirtan Kriya, and as I said, Yogi Bhajan said that if there was one meditation you could do, it would be this one. I also, when I had my numerology reading, have consecutive numbers, except for number 7, Kirtan Kriya. So this was also my given meditation. So, was it 7 or was it 8? I forget, but anyway, this was my meditation. Sa-ta-na-ma, infinity, life, death, rebirth. It comes from Sat-nam. So Sat-nam, Sata-na-ma are the primal sounds. And this mantra goes into our psyche. Who we are in the world, how we present ourselves, a lot of that is about our aura. It's about what we project. And what we project here is all about what's going on inside. So when we do our yoga, when we do our practice, when we do our meditation, that vibration, that aura that we're putting out, attracts other like vibrations. You probably feel that, and you can probably see people and you just think they've just got something, kind of want it. That's their aura. So what I love about Kirtan Kriya, if you're not familiar with this one, and we're going to do it along with Kumari and Manvir. They have some beautiful music to do it to. It's a pretty chant, and we're going to use mudra. We're going to use our fingers. we're going to use mantra. And we are going to use the sounds sa, ta, na, ma as we touch our fingertips. Sa, ta, na, ma. Right? Sa, ta, na, ma. And it's like playing a piano to the brain. And this is now working on the pituitary gland, which is the master gland. The pituitary gland is also regulated by the pineal gland. This stimulates the pineal gland. So it's a very, very powerful meditation and may stir up some stuff for you. Don't worry. It can't come out if it's not stirred up. Just be kind to yourself. And when we're doing it, what we want to do is make sure that the sound comes in from the crown chakra, sa, comes in, and they call it an L shape. Comes in, comes down, and it comes out the brow. So the sound comes out the brow. So it's coming in from the crown chakra, coming down, and it's emitted out the brow. Sa, ta, na, ma. If you don't do that, you can be likely to get a bit of a headache. Because what we're doing here is we're corralling and harnessing energy, right? We're creating this energy and we're moving it around. So we want to make sure, that's why we have Jalahandra band, our neck lock, so that the energy can come up and it doesn't get stuck. Just think of it as you've got lots and lots of hose pipes inside. And if they're not all kept nice and straight, they get a kink in them. And what happens when your hose pipe gets a kink in it? It doesn't matter how many pounds of pressure of water is coming through. It ain't getting past. There's no flow, baby.
No.
You're in a no-flow zone. You are cut off, right? We spend a lot of time cut off. So this meditation is going to open us up. So let's see, we've talked about what it means: infinity, life, death, rebirth. It comes from Sat Nam. It is the primal sound. We're going to use our thumb to our fingertips. We're going to do it in an L. We can do it sitting cross-legged or sitting as I am with your feet flat on the ground. And we're going to do it with the music. So Samaj, if you can line that up, please. Kirtan Kriya. And this is Kirtan Kriya once again with Kamari and Manvir, who very graciously allow us to use their music on our videos and teachings, which is what beautiful people they are. Woo, smoke in my eyes, smoke in my eyes. There's got to be a song about that. Whoa! I'll be closing them soon enough. Woo. Oh, one more thing about this Kriya, this meditation, is that we do it in 3 voices. This is why this one is just like, until you experience it. I think we're going to do it for about 11 minutes. What we do is in 3 voices. Can you keep an eye on Zozo? I think she's just getting out of the way of the fire. Yeah. Is the voice of the lover, sorry, the voice of the human, the lover, and the divine. So we sing it, we chant it, that's the human. We whisper it, that's the lover. And then we silently chant it, that's the divine. At the end of it, we're going to do a minute where you're still doing the L and you're still chanting Sat, Ta, Na, Ma, mentally vibrating that, not outwardly. You're listening inside, but no fingers. That's for the last minute. But otherwise, you're going to hear it go from chanting to whispering to quiet to whispering to chanting. The voice of the human, the lover, the divine, the lover, the human. And let me tell you, on the other side, when you come out from that silence to the whisper, to the chant, it's just beautiful. It really is. So make yourself comfortable. And let's start that again. You started a little early for me. There we go. Okay, and pause, please. Thank you. Okay, so let's come sitting because we need to tune in first. Breathe deeply. I'm not going to breathe too deeply. I keep getting a little whiff of smoke. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. Eyes are closed. Dropping in. Beautiful. Just being here right now. Nothing else you can do. For the next 12, 15, 20 minutes that we're going to be here just setting your intentions for the new moon, just syncing you up to the cycles of nature, to the human being that you are rather than the human doing that you become. What's that? Now rub the palms of the hands together, stimulating the 72,000 nerve endings, bringing together the polarities, left hemisphere, right hemisphere, male and female. Bend the thumbs, bring them in at the sternum, relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Spine is nice and straight. Chin is slightly tucked into a chest that is raised slightly. Back of the neck is nice and long. Ong Namo, Gurudev Namo. I call upon the infinite creative consciousness within. I call upon the infinite creative consciousness without. This links us not only to our teacher within, the greatest teacher that we know, the teacher within each and every one of us, but also to the golden chain of teachers that went before us. We are in the hallowed halls. We have that support. Call upon it, lean into it, be part of it. This is your practice. You really do reap what you sow. It is a beautiful day to sow some seeds. And we're going to inhale to begin. Ong Namo, Gurudev Namo. We're going to do it 3 times. And inhale. Ong. Deeply. This is bending the breath, relaxing the tongue, relaxing the shoulder away from the ears. Eyes are closed. Breath is suspended. Slowly exhale, keeping your eyes closed. We've got some chanting going on here. Chanting mantra of protection. Adgre Name, Jagagre Name, Sakre Name, Siri, Gurudev, E Name. Sounds like a lot, but it's amazing how quick you'll pick it up. We're calling on the primal consciousness that went before us. We're calling upon all the consciousness within. Let's go. Inhale. Agare Name, Jugagare Name, Sakare Name, Siri Gurudev Name. Agare Name, Jugagare Name, Sakare Name, Siri Gurudev Name. Agare Name, Jugagare Name, Sakare Name, Sri Gurudev Name. Inhale deeply through the nose, suspending the breath, relaxing the tongue, relaxing everything except for the breath that is just suspended. You're not holding it, you just have stopped and paused. And slowly exhale through the nose. Keeping your eyes closed, take a couple of breaths here. Just taking note of how it feels to be you in your trillions of cells right now. Have you dropped into this moment? And butterfly, open your eyes. Relax the hands down. Gorgeous. We're going to cue up this music. And like I said, when we start the chanting, sa, ta, na, ma. Okay? We're going to do it chanting, then in a whisper, and then we're going to do it silent. And when we're doing it silent, we're still doing the hands, and we're still mentally vibrating it. We're still doing the L. Okay? Beautiful. Kirtan Kriya. May it be a beautiful one for you. Eyes closed. Turn it up a little. There we go. Maybe you can let Samaj know how the music is. I'm not going to be talking. Chest slightly lifted, chin slightly tucked, back of the neck straight. continue. Turn it off, please. Continue for 1 more minute, vibrating Satanama in an L through the crown chakra, out through the third eye, mentally vibrating. Keeping your eyes closed and your focus within, take your arms up above your head. And now, shake your arms vigorously and you can shake your body too. We've just created all this energy. Let's get it moving. And you can smile, just keep your eyes closed. Woo! Let it go! It feels so good to be you right now. And inhale. Stretch up. Stretch up to the heavens. Stretch up to the sky. Suspend your breath. Bring the palms of the hands together. Slowly exhale as you bring it down into prayer pose. Even Zola got excited at that one. Sitting here in this very moment of being you. You've done some practice. You've stimulated your pineal gland, your pituitary, and in turn, they are going to do so much for you. Your aura and your psyche have been activated, cleared, refreshed and renewed. There's new vitality in you, there is new life force in you. What do you need to surrender? What no longer serves you that you can surrender to make room for that which you were put here to do? What step can you take towards that goal? Bowing the chin slightly towards the chest. Paying homage to that inner teacher, the wisdom inside of you, that so often we look outside of for this wisdom, when it's waiting patiently inside. It's been there all along, and it will be there forever. When will you tap into it? It is inside every single one of us. That Buddha nature, the diamond within, the God within, the universe within universes, the totality, all within you, and me, and everybody. Take one last inhale. Well, it's not your last inhale. That wouldn't be good. Take another inhale. I just heard that then. I was like, don't take your last one. Just take another one. And suspend your breath. It's not that kind of practice. And exhale. Allow your hands to come down. Slowly butterfly your eyelids. Open. Ah. Oh, you're in the shadows.
Oh, I'm in the shadows now.
Yeah, you're in the shadows.
Okay.
Come over
See
here.
I can
Do you
see
like
my
that?
forehead.
Come here.
There.
Little post-meditation love there for you.
There, you come this way.
How was that? No, but it's nicer, better in the shadow. How was that for you?
Okay.
I'd love to know. Let us know in the comments. It's so great to have you here. Just before we go, let's pull a card for the new moon. So here I've got my trusty little wallet. I got this at the Dalai Lama's teachings, my first Be Here Now moment, back in 2000 when he came to the Bay Area. This was my very first set of cards, and actually this piece of paper, this brown piece of paper, was what they were wrapped in to start with, and I somehow just can't bring myself to throw it away. So they stay wrapped in there somewhat. Anyway, they have a lot of energy. I've opened this very many times in very many ways, so I don't know. I also have in here my crystal that lives with it. This is a crystal that Samaj, my first crystal Samaj gave me. It's beautiful. Lives in here. What are you doing in the cards? And this is the Kundalini Tarot by Rachel Party. This was one of the very first copies. I don't know if it's still available. My friend Joseph was going through Arcata, and Rachel was sitting in a coffee shop painting these beautiful cards. These beautiful Kundalini cards. They have Ganesh on the back and then just amazing images. And he brought a set down to my house, and I was like, I need those. I'd never had cards before. Ooh, who just jumped out? Oh, Tower Kali. Let's just keep Tower Kali out there, because obviously Tower Kali's got something to say. So, yeah, you go show it close up, because this is a really powerful one. So the question I'm going to ask is, what do we need to know? Beautiful, huh? Look at that. That visual of Kali standing. Yeah. Body underneath. Okay. What do we need to know? Lovers, Krishna and Radha. There you go. And powerful Ganesha. Fantastic cards. They're all fantastic cards, of course. I think I'm going to move forward out of the smoke. Yes, I'm going to read them. Let's get a little bit
totally
closer.
Out of the shot now. That's okay. I don't think you can. Boo-boo. You're going to break the tripod.
I'm not going to break the tripod.
Break the tripod.
Do you hear him? Boo-boo, you're going to break the tripod. Boo-boo. Do you hear that? Yeah, yeah. That's what I have to put up with. He'll say it's what he has to put up with. You can hear differently, can't you? So we had. So I kept out Tara Kali because for me, when a card jumps out, it's got something to say. It's got a message. So Samaj is showing you the 3 cards. So Tara Kali is what number? Do you know?
It is number 12.
I have to go forward a little.
Go for it. You go forward. I'm safe.
I've got smoke in my. There we go.
Smoke gets in your eyes.
Smoke in. Isn't that Mary J. Blige song?
Oh yeah, she has that one too.
Yeah.
There's another rock song. Smoke gets in your eyes as well.
Oh, well, I'm more likely to know Mary J. Blige than I am a rock song.
X11.
X11. Dun dun dun. I love this little book too. So Tower Kali. Kali is the goddess of time. She is dancing, so you maybe want to show them. She's dancing on the body of her lover, Shiva. And because the future inevitably holds death and destruction for ourselves and everyone we care for, people naturally fear Kali. But Kali is not merely a grim reaper. She is also the creator. Oh my goodness. Right? She is not only the destroyer, but the creator. What are we talking about today? We're talking about it being a new moon. And we're talking about it being time to destroy something, get rid of it, to make space to create something new.
Kali.
Kali, baby! Kali on your side. Zola's playing in the olive bush. She loves to get tickled by it. It's quite funny. She's the creator. It is she that we swim through as we move through time. It is she that feeds us, and it is she that enlightens us. For without time, where would we be? Meditation on Kali will bring the tantric release from the fear of future and death. By loving Kali, the tantric embraces the real nature of the universe and is freed from delusion. If you've received the Tower Kali in a reading, then great changes are in store for you. This is a really good, powerful new moon preceding the solstice for that kind of change, because we do have winter solstice coming up. I'm just checking that I make sure I know where Zola is on Thursday, and we'll be doing another fire for that. Prepare to have your whole life turned upside down. Dum, dum, dum. Change can't happen unless something changes, right? The changes which come may seem drastic, but they are truly for the best in the long run. If you can relax into the experience and trust time, Kali, to work things out, then you will be amazed at just how positive these changes really are. You know, that goes back to what I was saying about what's going on in our life right now and kind of all the emotions and things. Could you just...
No.
All the emotions and things and kind of the shame and all the stuff that's going on around it, it's trusting time. And, you know, often at times we think we don't have time, but really all we have is time. And it's how we use it. So what's the next one, Samaj?
Next one is...
Number.
Lovers. Oh, number 6.
Okay. Lovers, Krishna and Radha. Krishna and Radha stand in the garden. Their love for each other radiates from them. They look deep into each other's eyes and rejoice in the pleasure of being. They're surrounded by aphrodisiac herbs which spring up all around them. All of nature responds to the passion and tenderness they feel for one another. Meditation on Krishna and Radha, the tantrics, bring forth the lover within. The light which Radha and Krishna see in each other's eyes is the light of the divine. Weren't we just talking at the end, when we were just talking about being all of the light that you are, right, before we started? Do you see how these synchronicities start to turn up? There's all kinds of cards that we could have with all kinds of readings in here, but it's what comes on the day. I'm just keeping an eye on Zola. They recognize their lover as but a sliver of the bliss of the divine, and through their love for each other, open their hearts to the world. They recognize their lover as but a sliver.
Sliver.
A sliver of the bliss of the divine.
Sliver of the bliss of the divine.
Sounds so Rumi-esque. So Hafiz. I just want to be a whirling dervish in love. And through their love for each other, open their hearts to all of the world. If you've received Krishna and Radha in a reading, then love is about to fill your life to the brimming. Even if you have the love of your life in your arms, remember that this love comes from the one. That as much as you may love this person, he or she is a part of a whole world of love. Open your heart as wide as you can. Love the whole world. This does not necessarily mean making love to everyone in sight. Just saying. For true depth in relationship, there must be intimacy. Quiet, stolen moments away from everyone and everything else, like Krishna and Radha in the garden. Regardless of whether you're in love with a special partner, a new job, or all of creation, this is a special time in life, enjoyed at its fullest. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
And last
but not least.
Last but not least.
0.
For Ganesha, where do you come?
Is it in the beginning?
I reckon so. Do you want to show? Ganesh is my dude. Here's my Ganesh, always close to me, right here in my crystal. And then there's Ganesh. Ganesh is on our back door. Ganesh is in our car. He's in our bathroom. Ganesh survived the fire with me. Ganesh. is just someone really rather special. I don't know. Yes, 49.
49?
Page 49.
Oh.
Okay, dancing Ganesh. Full dancing Ganesha. Ganesha dances on the edge of a precipice. Do you feel like we're dancing on the edge of a precipice right now? I do. At his feet is a mouse. In one hand is a damaru and in another is a lotus. Ganesha is carefree because he has no attachment to his ego or his illusions. He knows that his destination is wherever he ends up. Ganesh, you sexy beast. Not where he thinks he's going. No, he's a wise one. He knows his destination is wherever he ends up, not where he thinks he's going. How often do we expect to go where we think we're going and end up somewhere else? Obviously not Ganesh. He's prepared for anything because he places all of his trust in divine providence. That's a damn good place to place your trust, I reckon. He knows that even the most difficult of circumstances may be the best possible thing that could happen. Isn't that what we were just talking about? Destroying things so we can create things. I just love it. He's not worried about what others think of him. How often do we worry about what others think of us? Too often. We just did a public speaking made fun workshop yesterday, Friday. And that was one of the reasons that people don't want to speak. They're concerned that people are going to make fun of them, laugh at them. They're concerned what other people think about them. He's not concerned about conforming. Got to love that. Don't you love that? Bit of a rule breaker, Ganesha. Rule breaker Ganesh. And he dances through the material plane in a state of perpetual joy. See? Have feast, just like swirling dervish around in joy. Meditation on full Ganesh will help the aspirant to remember the cosmic joke. We're all on this bloody circus bus together, baby. It's just a clown in a circus. To let go of cherished assumptions and embrace the mystery. What would happen if you let go of cherished assumptions and embrace the mystery? I think you are. That's what we're doing together, right? If you receive cool full Ganesha in a reading, it's time to lighten up. I can do that. Be a little heavy sometimes. Can you? Right. That's why we're here. Right? Because if we weren't a little bit heavy, then we'd be feeling okay. And if we're feeling okay, we wouldn't be doing this, right? But we know that there's something else. We know that there's something more. And that's why we're gathering here. Regardless of how dire your circumstances may be, there are others who have gone this way before. And still more who will follow you after. Often, distressing situations seem very funny in hindsight. This may be one of those times. If you think you may be laughing about this a year from now, then you may as well start chuckling today. Chuckle, chuckle, chuckle. It's time to stop trying to control the situation and just let things happen. You may be surprised at how well things turn out after all. Well, that's answered some of my prayers because, as I said, we have a bit of a situation and it's causing that. So for many reasons, it's really lovely to be able to gather here with you and for you to join us. I can see from the comments over there, I've got quite a few of you. Did you let us know where you're joining from? Do come back and join us on Thursday. Yeah, do you want to see if there's anyone's got any questions or anything? Come back on Thursday. I think we're going to do it at 8:15 in the morning, so it's early. But the solstice is actually 8:30 on Thursday morning. So we'll be recording, we'll be going live at that time. So, and I do love myself a morning fire, so I thought you might as well. But of course, you're in all kinds of different time zones, so it may not be the morning for you. And yeah, keep an eye out. We've got some changes coming up. Like I say, we're going to have a lot more on our Patreon page. We're going to have some live Q&As, places that you can come in, and some classes, and some really cool stuff over there. That's patreon.com/holler if you want to support the channel with as little as $1 a month donation. If you want to send it direct to the channel, that's holler with $1. gmail.com, and you can PayPal that. So if you'd like to make a donation so we can do more and more of these classes, that would be fantastic. Not to mention keeping a roof over our heads, which is the biggest challenge of all. So,
Rick Avari says they just received their spiritual name from Yogi Bhajan.
Woo! Waheguru!
Sangat Piran Kaur.
Sangat Purankar, Satnam Dear One. Oh, that's so beautiful.
Laura says that's so exciting, what you were just saying.
Will you let us know what your spiritual name means?
Thank you, Dominique.
If you're wondering, thank you, Dominique. If you're wondering what a spiritual name is, so Shiv Charankar is my spiritual name. I remember the day that I got my spiritual name from Yogi Bhajan. He was still with us on this plane, but you can still get them today. It is said that our spiritual name is tattooed across our forehead, that if our teacher sees us, then they know what we're here for. And our spiritual name is here to remind us and to remind the world of what we're here for. Now, in the Sikh tradition from which these spiritual names are, there's no delineation between male and female names. And so the following of Kaur or Singh denominates male or female. So Kaur means princess, Singh means prince. So for me, Shiv Charan Kaur, you know I'm a woman, princess. For a man would be Shiv Charan Singh. So we could have a Shiv Charan, he could be Shiv Charan Singh, and we could have Shiv Charan Kaur, male and female. My name means the princess that is the lotus feet of God. And we're to meditate on our name and know our purpose. So did we get the meaning?
We did, let's see, spiritual name. No. I celebrate solstice.
So we don't know, we're not sure what it means, princess. But yes, and you can write and get your spiritual name. So that is really exciting news. I do remember the day I opened up my letter and I went to the ashram. And I had several of my teachers just Wahiguruing all over the place, and it was Wahiguru Shiv Charankar, Wahiguru. It's just Wahiguru, great is the ecstasy of the Creator, is about the best we can do in the English language to capture what that means. It is a felicitation of great joy, and so you can use that at any time. Waheguru, Waheguru. Waheguru. So I think it's a good time to close up. We've been an hour. I hope you've enjoyed the fire. We've actually got the end of the embers down here now. I've certainly enjoyed spending my new moon with you. I'm going to be starting a fast at the end of today through solstice. I have some work to do, and you may do too. So we'll be sharing a lot more how you can participate in that. But for now, we just want to thank you so much for joining us. And, we did our meditation. Let's do a little long time sunshine before we go. I would like to do that to end the practice and close the space. So may the long time sunshine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure love within you guide your way on. Okay? Okay. Feet flat on the ground, palms and hands together. Bring them in. You can smile. Inhale. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on. Guide your way on. One long sat, one little nam. Sat. Nam. One last inhale for this practice. Suspending the breath, relaxing the tongue, smiling, every cell inside just sparkling with some new life force. Exhale slowly. May the benefit of these teachings be dedicated to all sentient beings, May we all know love, peace and harmony. Satnam. Yay! I'm so happy we got to be together. We had some great weather, we had a fire, we placed some intentions. And just remember, we reap what we sow, but if we don't have any space, we've got no room to grow. So, wow, there you go. We reap what we sow, but if we don't have any space, we've got no room to grow. Whoa! Get digging, baby. Get it gone, surrender it up. Give it up, give it back. There's another thing. Once we surrender it, give it up, right? So a lot of people call that giving it back to God, giving it up to the universe. Just imagine that you've got a spiritual back burner, that once you've done your practice, once you've done what you need to do around this thing, that you can put it on the back burner, that you're not carrying it around all the time. And I'm saying this to myself as well, because it's very tempting to keep carrying it. But do what you need to do. Put it on the back burner. Give it up. Give it up to God. Give it up to that which is greater than you.